Of course.
All right. Harlem. Harlem in the building. Hi guys, it's Yella. Mo's over there. Harlem ambulance
I
going
was
off.
trying to save y'all from the noise, but y'all just gonna have to hear the sirens. It's like
It's
every
New
single
York.
time.
I was, but it's New York. I watched this guy called Anti Chef, and he lives in New York. Well, one of his shooting studios where he cooks is in New York. Well, he lives in New York too, but all the time while he's cooking, you just hear sirens. So definitely intriguing when you watch certain content creators from certain spaces, and then it's like, oh, that really is like a normal thing out there.
Yeah, it is. And you be trying to be like, sorry guys, it's New York, but really on the inside you be like, shut up. I'm trying to talk here.
Right, everybody trying to film. Even I mean, I can only imagine how many things are actually being filmed in New York actively, constantly. So they
Hmm.
probably deal with the same thing. They just have the equipment to cancel it out, or at least
Right?
have a building where it's noise cancellation.
Yeah.
Mo, I was gonna say, can you post
Yeah, that's
in your
something.
Discord
Yeah.
and then post in your story?
I'm actually in the middle of posting in my IG. So
Okay, perfect. Thank you, hon. And then I'm just trying to check on this side. So as you guys know, we're here. Well, we're here every week. We were not here the past 2 weeks because unfortunately the first week I had a vacation, and then the second week Mo had a vacation.
fortunately,
Yeah,
fortunately,
fortunately, right?
the last time I went on vacation was over 3 years ago. Fortunately.
No, it's definitely a blessing. It's just funny because we just started this, and how 2020. As we already started the conversation, because me and Mo kind of meet like 5-10 minutes before we kind of come live with you guys, and it's just crazy. It's crazy out here. I mean, a lot of good stuff is happening at the same time, but it is crazy out here, like wild. Timing, at least for me, my issue right now, timing is not my friend, in no capacity. And we're just trying to figure it out. We're just trying to figure it out. But we had 2 vacations through the grace of God, so we have not been able to. We didn't do it the past 2 weeks, just because, and we were down. But realistically, when you're traveling, especially where we were out of country. It just Wi-Fi connection, and then we were also hanging out with family at some point. So just out of respect.
Yeah.
But with that being said, talk about our vacations right quick. Mo, where did you go, and how was your vacation?
I went to Disney and it was great. Like I said, I haven't
Wait,
been
what Disney? You gotta tell them what Disney, because there's two Disneys.
the Disney World, I guess.
I still don't know the difference, by the way.
I
Like, well,
think
one's Disney World and one's Disneyland. Still
yeah,
don't know the difference.
the one in Florida. So I
Still
get
don't know the difference. But what is the difference outside of the location? Nobody can ever answer that.
well, Disney World is like uh bigger. That's
Okay.
it. It's just bigger. Disneyland is like okay, so I'm like Disney World is like Walmart Supercenter, and then Disneyland is like Walmart. It's just
Okay.
it
All
has so
right. No,
much
that makes sense.
stuff.
'Cause I'm like, all these years, I'm like, can somebody just flat out answer that for me, please? Everybody's
Yeah.
like, it's just okay.
No, I
And
don't even think Disneyland has all the attraction. I think they have a couple of um the one in California has like rides and stuff, right? But it doesn't have like all of the everything that Disney World has. I don't think so.
gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay. No, that's good to know.
Because I never went to Disneyland. But
I,
I know
I and I have 2 times. One as a kid, and I actually went with a friend, and then the other time we kind of just passed by and went shopping for a second, and then we dipped out. So, uh,
Disneyland might be more like a Six Flags size, and Disney World is like ridiculous. It's like so many different. It's like 3 or 4 Six Flag parks in one place or more. So I think that's
okay, no, that explains it. Well, how did you enjoy your trip?
it was really good. It was fun. We got to first. Okay, everybody went to 3 parks except for me. I went to 2 parks, but that's fine. I went to Magic Kingdom and then I went to Animal Kingdom. They on the second day they went to Epcot and I stayed in the hotel and I just relaxed. I did, I did editing that I needed to do for in between. My friend is starting a business where she builds people's itinerary for traveling and everything. And it's not like a travel agency, but it's like an experience builder. Because sometimes you try to go away and you could do stuff on Expedia if you want, but she does that stuff like where she looks at where you're going, looks at all the attractions there, the fun stuff. You give her a budget, she'll figure it out. She'll fix your whole day, your whole week, whatever it is. When you like, oh, I want to break in between okay, she'll do it like that,
And those are the people that we love, especially the
Yes.
people that want to get a bang for their buck in a sense of, because let's keep it real. And as a traveling content creator, that traveling is a piece of it actively, because we do actively travel. I would say at least 2+ times a year, and that's a big deal. Like Mo said, it's a blessing, and we work hard. If we want it, we make sure it happens, whether it's OT. My husband got a whole collection, so some stuff that you think is worth $1 be like $800. So we making it happen. And so it is a blessing to travel, and doing content while traveling could be it's a unique experience compared to other content. You know what I mean? Mindful to find that balance of being able to enjoy your trip and be there present in the moment, but then at the same time capture the moment without it ruining the moment, if that makes sense. Anybody that has actively tried to film something while something amazing is going on, it's hard, because we all truly know our best true moments. You don't have time to film. You're not even thinking about filming, So to find that balance of capturing the moment, but still making an authentic moment it can be complicated, and you're trying to take pictures before the food is eaten so you can get the perfect view, and it's just it could be different. So were you able to film? How much were you able to film, and how did you feel about filming this time around?
So yeah, of course I was able to film almost everything, but the trip was pretty curated pretty well, so I knew what I was doing ahead of time. That helped. So that's why I brought up the itinerary, because we had an itinerary the whole time. The friend who does that, she was heading that trip, so we had an itinerary the whole time. And even she doesn't even do vlogging and everything. I showed her, like, when you go to the Epcot, the one I'm not going to, you need to turn that camera to the side and think hello. So she did a little bit. She tried. She brought her GoPro. She tried. And so that was fun. We have a lot recorded. I just moved it over to my computer, so I'm gonna start editing little by little. I feel like we're gonna have 2 to 3 vlogs from the footage that we got, and that's a lot. I think we did good. So it was worth taking those moments to think in your mind, and I let everybody know around me, hey, if something's going on and you don't see me recording, remind me, because I want to record this experience. I want to have the experience, but I want to record it. So that's another way that can help you. Like, if you're going to start doing these things and building your YouTube, you just let people know around you, like, hey, I want to record this experience, and remind me. If you don't see the camera in my hand, you see something cool, say, hey, look over there, record that. And that's what they were doing.
I can add to that with you. Ask them to capture the moment, because some of the best views is the view of you catching the view.
Yeah.
So what we tried to do, me and my husband, because I travel with somebody clearly most of the time, but they're solo travelers, so it looks different for many people. But if you are traveling with friends, your partner, family, whatever, tell them to capture you, or it even be like, oh my God, I capture this right quick. Somebody film me. So you can still be in the moment while you have the same authentic, natural energy and expression. Mm-hmm. And then again, everything's not a selfie mode, because I know vlog wise, while I'm trying to figure out ultimately what my vlog style is for the most part, I don't want everything to be selfie mode. And honestly, your arm hurts doing this the whole time. You know what I mean? So to add on to that, right, as absolutely have people remind you, because definitely when you're in the mode, you just don't realize like, oh my God, this was a whole little scene I could have caught because you're present. So have your people remind you, or have them film you in the moment.
Yes.
So,
And I don't get to because I'm usually by myself, not traveling, but just by myself, usually on a day-to-day basis. And I don't get to be like, hey, can you take pictures of me? And I got to do that this trip. It wasn't like recording, but I got a good amount of pictures of me, and that was in selfie mode. So I'm glad I got those too.
no, and it looks so much better. Just like looking back at I check my content sometimes on my profile, and I'm doing it more often now as I am moving forward. I've always had my content clean in regards to like not posting crazy stuff. If I want to post something a little bit crazy or inappropriate, I just send it personally to the person I want to send it to, just because I've always been mindful of my jobs. But now as a content, creator in this world, whatever you want to name it, I have been more cautious as well. So every now and then I will scroll through my natural page and be like, what does it look like to the public person eye? And sometimes it makes a big difference when everything just isn't in this angle, because I've done that a lot. And I noticed the difference of how my page looks. And I look back and I'm like, that's not attractive to the public for me. For when I'm trying to do, everything is just like this.
Like that,
and so I'm trying to practice, different ways and more body shots and less filters and all these things. Because also me and my husband are all naturally trying to have a photo album for whatever, whenever the kids get here or other family members, but we want an old school photo album. So we try to be cautious of certain things. Again, not using filters, full body pictures, natural sceneries, horizontal, vertical, because we do want an old school photo album. So yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, exactly. So that's how that trip was. That's how everything went on the content side. And then, on the personal side, I was just super happy to enjoy my time with people who I trust with me and just have fun together and laugh and joke, down from the the matriarch down to the youngest. The youngest was 7, and we all just laughed and joked the whole time. So we had a good time. So
and the photos looked amazing. It looked so fun. And like, don't trust me, Disney definitely is a vibe. Disney has its own world and crowd. It's just, if you can afford it, go. But it's the whole argument of it is very much expensive. They know it's expensive,
because you know where I'm at with it.
Right?
No, it worked out.
It don't matter if somebody has it. It's just expensive. The rich people are complaining about it. So it really is. If you could afford it, by all means, I think everybody should go once. But I do think that it is very much a trip you need to prepare for if you really want to fully enjoy it, because Disney's just a lot, But talking about that, because again, we're talking about content. Before Mo left to her trip, we were talking about ways to prep. And there's a couple things I did during my trip as well that was very helpful. So, if you are traveling and you want to vlog, get your long form content, and especially if you're doing YouTube, get your horizontal stuff, but don't forget to get the vertical stuff in between, because that's the stuff you could post in between during your trip. So it could boost people up when you're posting it on your other platforms to come to your YouTube to follow, because now they're anticipating a vlog. And again, Disney World is fun. It's cute. It's a vibe. It's just expensive. That's most of the only complaint most people have about Disney. So with that being said, Mo did post a video prior to, I think she just landed, but it was such a good timing. It was such a good short, and it got a lot of likes. Because also, if it's attached to something that's big, post it, y'all, because that's going to help you. They already got a big name. So you attaching yourself to that, again, Disney's a huge name. They're like Monopoly to fucking everything. Mo posted that, and now again, that hopefully people followed and sub, anticipating, oh my God, I want to see what else they did out there.
Yeah.
So good job. I saw, I was like, oh my God. Like, it was like
Yeah,
1.7 or something when I saw it, but I was like, oh my God, her video's doing really, really good, and she's barely got there.
Yeah. It was like a Disney Here I Come. I just showed like I was leaving from where I live to go to Disney into the hotel, and then I did a like Disney in 48 hours. Me going to Disney in 48 because I only went to 2 places or whatever. So yeah, it did get pretty good views and stuff. I don't know about follows yet, but it did get pretty good views, and I still have so much more content to do around Disney. So I'm sure it'll grow as I put out more content for Disney too, or vertical content. And then we got the horizontal content that's coming, but that's going to be vlogs. That'll just be.
And again, somebody who does travel vlogging, and then because the headache is once you come back home, because you have all the stuff. If the stuff that you weren't able to catch, it's also catching it. But when you are able to catch it, it is also the headache. I have not touched editing. First of all, still building a positive relationship with editing, but I have not touched editing at all, because also if you got the verticals, you got the horizontals, everything's out of order. Yes. And then, because I did stuff like, oh, I'm going to use this later, but now it's all mumbo jumbo mixed in there. So I really had to set aside a day and just like, this day is solely for editing. And I think I just been doing that lately in general, where like, this is the day where I'm going to edit. And then I'll post like 4 or 5 videos, and then I'll chill for the week. And not really chill, but like a other form of like maybe filming something else, planning, brainstorming ideas. And I got a lot, but content, y'all. We all know how that goes, especially the ones that are just starting.
Yeah, like I was telling y'all before, a couple of meetings ago or lives ago, that put it in a folder. Even putting it in a folder is not going to solve like, okay, yes, it's jumbled, but if you put it in a folder, it's not connected to the other stuff that has nothing to do with, your trip or that specific thing. And that helps. But so definitely put it in a folder. Now, once you get in the folder, you still have to organize after that, but at least you got that part, away from everything else. You taking a video of your breakfast and in the middle of your Disney content, like you're like, oh God, where where is this from? So put it in its own folders. Don't forget to do that. What about your trip? You had 2 trips, right?
Our trip was fun. I am kind of sad. I accidentally broke our little phone stick thing. Okay. It turned horizontal and vertical, and I was trying to flatten it so we could put it in the bag, and I did it the opposite way because I thought I was doing it the right way. And let me tell y'all, once you get used to certain equipment and it's gone, it is very much a headache. Because then we're like, oh my God. And then we're like, oh, wait, we don't. Yeah. So we got to buy another one. But yeah, we went to Miami. We went to Puerto Rico, then St. Martin. We were gone for about a week. Miami was cool. We worked out. We were only there for 24 hours. So we just vibed, had good food. We were right by a section where it was a shopping center. There was water. There was restaurants. It was all music. It was all kind of stuff. So it was nice. Then Puerto Rico I love Puerto Rico. Shout out to the Puerto Ricans. It's popping out there, and you don't need a passport to go out there, y'all.
I think it's the parade today in New York. I think it's the Puerto Rican Day parade today in New York.
They are a whole vibe. They are a whole vibe. The sucky part, my biggest complaint is we went during a heat wave. Multiple people told us like, yeah, it's usually not this hot. Because I'm like, when I say it was like struggle bus city when you were outside, but then the minute you walk in a store, it was like ice cold. Everybody was literally just like burning hot, and then you go somewhere for a second. It was hot. It was hot. But other than that, it was beautiful. We got to zip line. I did pay for a GoPro. So I didn't do a lot with my phone, but they did not email it to me. So now I got to call them. They emailed my husband, but they did not email it to me. So now
so they have his GoPro. They don't
have. So he got his. So I got some clips from his, but I still want mine.
Yeah.
Because we paid $30 a piece. So if you go to Puerto Rico and you do zip lining, they do GoPros, I think for like $35. And it's a whole like 2 hour, like you hike, you're walking over bridges, you're zip lining from high. It's beautiful. It's a whole vibe. So if you do go out to Puerto Rico, I forgot the name, so I will try to maybe tag it in the comments afterwards. But yeah, paid for that. I need to figure out how to get the video, but I'm gonna add that some of those clips to my vlog. But I'm also going to do another one of just that. Now I did, unfortunately, because I went on an empty stomach. Me and my husband, very much, it's a normal routine for us to do a fasted workout. So it wasn't too far off of like, I got it, because we do it all. But that was not hiking. Yeah, I don't think people talk about how much hiking is. Hiking's a lot. Okay?
And
It sounds cute, but it's not. Okay, the incline, the slipperiness, the rocks, it's a whole thing. So, but yes, hey babe, it definitely was a vibe. So he has some clips. Again, outside of being hot, Puerto Rico was amazing. I was trying to get a tattoo, but the girl was busy. So I was like, well, I guess no money for you, darling. And then we went to St. Martin. St. Martin is just gorgeous. It's beautiful. It didn't feel touristy. We got to celebrate his mom's birthday. And then, yeah, it was just a good time. I love water. I love island vibes. I love the ocean. I love I just so excited. So, yeah, we got that vlog coming up. And then we came back to a water break in our house. So that was not fun. And we're recovering from that. Through the grace of God, this room was okay. And thank God, because my husband's collection is in here.
Right.
But the rest of the house, we got to save a lot, but we had to throw away a lot. So, that's cool. You know, you just come back from vacation, you're tired. We were up over 24 hours by the time we even unlocked our door to the shenanigans. So then we were up another 20 hours just cleaning and all kind of stuff. So again, 2025 is 25ing, but we're still pushing through. You know, sometimes you don't waste too much time trying to figure out why and just move forward and hope it gets better.
And if you want to do content creation and you feel comfortable, what is the word? Following that journey, just record it. Now, and not like the super, well, that's up to you. If you want to do the super intrusive stuff, that's totally up to you. That's your channel. But like, just record it, because sometimes what I find is a lot of people record everything and they'll post, especially vloggers, because we're talking about YouTube content mostly here, right? So especially vloggers, because that's big on YouTube, they will, you know, show their whole journey, whether they're daily vloggers, weekly vloggers, and then in the end you see how it worked out. You always get to see a positive outcome, even if it's not something that's ideal. It's everything works out in the end. So, you know, it's good to share the journey, because other humans are living life the same way you are, and they're going through things and they're trying to reason through a lot. And sometimes seeing your vlog or seeing your video about something will help them say, oh, okay, I get it. I'm not alone in this, or like I could get to the other side of it. So record it. You know, I know sometimes people make fun of people who be on the internet crying. They go live crying. I'm not saying go live crying or go on the internet crying, but I'm just saying, like, you can share. Like, the past couple of months for me have been really, really hard, and I haven't gone on the internet crying, but I have shared, like, listen, I'm in it, you know, life is throwing me every which way but loose, and you can make videos like that, you know, that's okay too.
I think it's just a sense of relatability, and I agree with that 1,000%. I can't really even put a name on my content in general, because it's just me wanting to share what I'm already doing. I do travel. I am healthy. I do work out a lot. I do different hobbies, whether they're weekly hobbies, they're occasional hobbies, trying a new hobby for the sake of just because they gave you a free session. Do it. But look, I'm about to go find a Hot Works. I work out at Orange Theory. We pay $150 a month plus. Okay. So Hot Works is another workout gym, and I think they're about $100 a month. I can't pay for all these gyms, but do I want to see what it looks like? Do I want to see the vibe just in case ever in the future? Absolutely. Do stuff like that. That's a whole nother idea. If you see somewhere that does free stuff or first free classes, why not go try it out? And then you might actually enjoy it and find a healthy hobby if you could afford it, you know?
Right.
So, but what I was going to share is one of the things I did during vacation that I tested out was scrolling through YouTube shorts. And again, if you whatever side you're focused on, I know I'm focused on both sides right now, long form and short form, but I do understand short form is easier, but the number and the expectations to get monetized is so much more because you have to have something go completely viral and maybe even a couple times because of that requirement for monetization on shorts is 3 million views. So even, and I'm saying my shorts are doing better because my shorts were only probably getting 100 views when I first started a couple months ago. Mind you, I've only been doing this 6 months, y'all. So I am 5 months really, because we ain't even through the month of June. And I'm absolutely still a student of this, trial and error. I'm figuring things out. And so yeah, my shorts are doing like 100 views, maybe 300. And the past couple ones were up averaging now 500 plus, and a couple of the good ones that really happened got to like a 1K plus, 2,000 plus. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that I tested while I was gone was scrolling to YouTube shorts, find a sound that you like, because I'm not going to do nothing that ain't in alignment with me. I'm not a super girly person, so my content isn't super girly music, you know. But sometimes if a song hits, use that sound and then or copy that trend. So one of them was just like, use the sound in the last video you had. I was like, I could do that. And the last video was me walking down the airport ramp thing, whatever, to the plane. And it was just like a perfect, I was like, oh, I could do that. That's easy. Mm-hmm. And then within seconds, and that video got like over 2K likes. Mm-hmm. So part of that, if you are actively, because again, we're here for YouTube, if you are actively working and you're focusing on shorts and you're primarily shorts, scroll through and see what sound you like. And if they're doing good for somebody else, try it out and maybe try it out for different ideas if you have different ideas. But
yeah, I think I talked about that last time where there's certain trends that are out, and like you don't have to do dance, you don't have to do the same thing, but you can play the sound, or you can do the trend but make it in a way that works for you. You know what I'm saying? Is that, oh, that's good. So you found a trend that says that those kind of videos are really good too, because you can still keep them authentic to.
Yeah. And then you don't even have to follow the trend, but that one I liked because it's like, oh, do this to your last video. And I just happened to have one. I'm like, oh my God, that works.
Yeah.
So again, yeah, if you like shorts, scroll through shorts naturally, but intentionally scroll through shorts. Listen to the sound. See how many likes that person have. See how many times that sound has been used, and then just try it. If you're one of those people, like Mo said, I've seen it and it works for some people to keep posting the same sound or thing. Do it. That's not my cup of tea, or I haven't found a sound or a thing where I'm comfortable doing it back to back to back like that yet. Mm-hmm. But absolutely, I would once I do find one. You better believe it. I just haven't found one yet. But that's absolutely a great idea for those who have. So yeah, that's a tip I wanted to share because again, we're growing with y'all. We're just trying to create the platform for us to try to grow together because we all want the subs. We want to get monetized on YouTube. We want to get some money on YouTube. We want to get paid for things that we're already doing, or get paid, or get the things that we're doing paid for. You know what I mean? And so what does that look like for you? You know, again, I was also talking to Mo the other day, like a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be that everyday content person. I'm good. I need my personal time. I need my quiet time. I just need my time where I'm not focusing it on my phone or the internet, you know. And then I have amazing friends who they love to be on live and they do a great job at it. And I'm like, get a girl or, you know, guy, because I can't do that. That's just not, and mind you, you clearly hear I'm a talker, but that's still just not part of my my vibe or my style.
Yeah.
So with that being said, do what works for you, and then later on, and then understand that certain things may work for you later on.
The upside about YouTube is that going live on YouTube isn't super essential to your growth on YouTube. Right now, it looks like the shorts are your biggest.
Yeah.
And don't worry about doing shorts, the amount of shorts or getting the amount of views to monetize. But the more shorts that you do, the more people are attracted. The algorithm brings more people to your channel. So if you do a long vlog and then do 10 shorts, people are going to end up seeing your vlog that you did, because of those 10 shorts are going to bring more people to your page than that one long vlog did. So um go the upside is that going live isn't a big part of growth on YouTube right now.
No,
Not
at all.
like TikTok, yes, because I see a huge difference. I haven't gone live on TikTok on over a month, and I see that my views on my videos are a lot like half, cut in half already. But YouTube, no. I think the biggest thing is like do shorts, make shorts, and
Absolutely, yeah.
um your shorts don't even have to be like cuts of your long video. You can make shorts that a little bit don't have that much to do with your vlogs or your long videos or whatever you do. Say you do gaming or whatever, your shorts can have something different on them or whatever. Say you want to, just have some side commentary about games just in general, and you just have your thoughts on them. You can make your shorts about that, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, or whatever it is, and then you have the full gaming videos on there, and people are gonna see your shorts when you're just talking game, or here's my favorite game, blah blah blah. They don't have to see you playing the game, and then they can go to your full video and say, oh, they sit and play the game the whole time. So there's different. um that's a way that, for sure, your shorts on YouTube are your leads to, kind of, if you were thinking in sales, your lead to a sale is your shorts. It's going to bring the people in and have them subscribe and, sit around and hang out with you on your channel.
No, that's a fact. And I gotta get on my husband about this. Like, again, this is we want to grow up on YouTube, but we do know, and because we are actively, like, everything's tied into each other. So it's a social media conversation, but it is YouTube focused because, again, this is for the people that want to get monetized on YouTube. TikTok, easiest way to get. I'll tell anybody, you want quick money, TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. Whether you want to do it the right way, the bad way, whatever, TikTok, there's some kind of money there. So with that being said, I have like a routine when I do post. So before I move on to the next post, I post everywhere, and I'm gonna probably say this each time because it's a reminder, because my husband doesn't even do it, so I gotta remind him. But post everywhere when you post. If you can put it on Instagram, then you can put it on TikTok, then you can put it on YouTube Shorts for the most part. Now, depending on where you start, you may not be able to easily share it. So, like, in a sense, because I made one of the shorts directly on YouTube, I cannot get that video off of YouTube to put it on TikTok. So my typical range of how I do things is I post it on TikTok, I copy the caption on TikTok, and then I also try to, if I can remember, if I care enough about what post it is, I make the hashtags very much TikTok focused. TikTok, I don't know. Y'all see Legos. I like Legos. So Lego TikTok, TikTok Legos, TikTok Lego girl, like whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you just make it, so then when I move it to Instagram, then I copied the caption, same post, very easy because the post is already done with the words, the sound, and everything. Then if you want to, then specialize the hashtags there, or you could keep it. But then, Legogram, Lego World, I don't know, just that connect to it. And then I usually do YouTube last. And then, because once you also upload to YouTube for your short, and it has that little section that you write your title, your question, you only got about 100, 200 characters there. Once you upload it, you could go back to that post, edit it, and then add description, meaning you add more characters, more hashtags, and stuff like that. So make sure when you are doing your shorts, if you care enough, but I care enough because I think hashtags work, and I'm a hashtag girl, so I'll hashtag everything. Mm-hmm. I do make it relevant to my post, though. I'm not putting Beyonce if Beyonce has nothing to do with it, or whatever, I don't know. Right. You try to keep it relevant to who I am, my content, what I'm talking about, or what I'm going to be talking about.
Yeah.
So once you do post your YouTube short, again, go back, click edit, the little pencil at the top, and then you can add a description. And then really, I don't think YouTube even has a limit on the description part. You can write as much as you want in there. So really hashtag the hell out of that part. And then also what's been working very much till if you do use a trending sound or anything, put trending sound, hashtag trending sound, trending video. I think that's been helping a lot for me too. But yeah, I just had to share that because I was like, oh, that really worked. Now, is it the biggest one? I don't know. I don't know. I try to leave with no expectations so I don't get disappointed. That's how I kind of work.
Yeah.
Disappointment. So I just, and then when good stuff happens, I can celebrate it. So
exactly.
I didn't have any expectations, but it did work out from what I tested this last week or so.
Oh, good. Yeah, on when you create something on YouTube, you actually can get it off of it, but you have to do it on your computer. I believe I don't think you can
That's
get
what
it.
I probably figured because that's the other part. A lot of stuff is mobile, and if you're just not a laptop person like myself, I don't even edit on my laptop. You are limited in a lot of sense. So if you're okay with that, and I do at some point know that and plan on transitioning to a laptop primarily regards to editing and everything else, because there's a lot of functions you don't have available mobilely. So
but it's good to it is good to know that, because for the people who don't have a lot of space, right, on their computers or their phones or whatever, and they put the stuff up there and they're like, I'm about to delete this from my phone so I can make more stuff. You can, if you put it on YouTube, and you can even make it private or unlisted if you want to hold stuff on there, because you can come back and re-download it, and put it in the edit system and edit from there if you want to. So you go to your manage. Now this is on the computer though, so if you want to get it off your phone and you post it on your phone, you did all of that stuff and you delete it from your phone, it's not lost forever. You can even go back and re-edit something if you have to. You just go on a computer, sign into your YouTube, and go to manage videos. And when you're in that space where it's all your videos, you can see the ellipses, the three buttons. It'll give you a chance, or it's either in the ellipses or it's in the icons, the picture icons under each video that says download this video, and you can download it back to your computer and send it to your phone if you edit on your phone or if you edit your computer, however. So if you have years and years of footage on YouTube, as long as YouTube doesn't crash and lose your stuff at some point, which in the years that I've watched YouTube, I've seen some big creators say that YouTube has done that, lost their video, but not like their whole channel, but just certain videos is like, where's my video? But yeah, you can still go back and re-download it too, and go back and edit if you need to do something like that.
Yeah, and again, guys, like Mo's has had different levels of experience doing the social media stuff, especially with YouTube. For the past 12 years, Mo was on YouTube at the beginning before I didn't even know they were monetizing. When YouTube, we really just watched it. I mean, the people that were bold enough to even put themselves out there at that time to create those videos. So Mo has a lot of great knowledge and tips, because she even shared back in the day, she was even already getting paid on YouTube because the requirements were so different. So her being able to see, just from way back into now is very insightful. And to even as a content creator, whether you are working on it or not, depending on what time back then, it gives you more insight of just how social media is growing in general, and how those who are successful content creators are, and those who are lasting a long time, what does that look like, and what's working, and what's not working, and stuff like that. So I just think it's just kind of cool, because again, you've been on YouTube back in, like, dang, I didn't know they were paying everybody back then.
Yeah, it might seem like it's like a lot, but honestly, the hours that they give us and the subs that they give, it's not that bad, especially if you're putting out content consistently. If you are going to say you want to do content, I think your biggest thing is to meet other content creators, whether it's small content creators, whether you got more followers than them or not. Meet and join with them and create content, and do things like how we're doing. That way you get more momentum than if you trying to build the channel on your own. And the people who you see with a lot of subs here on YouTube, that's the way they started out too, even though they started before they started putting restrictions. The reason why there are regulations and stuff now is because that YouTube was just paying everybody. So what kind of money would they have made? Like, oh, all right, let's put a little cap on this, and the cap is not even that bad. I feel like at one point they had it at 10K or something like that, and it was something crazy, and they fixed it to 1K because at one point I was like, oh, well, this is never going to happen, So I think they adjusted. Yeah, like wait a minute.
YouTube said we don't only want them to sub to you; they also need to watch it.
Yeah, they have to watch it, but that's a good.
See, TikTok said the number. The number is the only thing that counts. We don't care about anything.
Well,
YouTube said no. They need to watch.
Also, before with YouTube, you weren't getting paid because you had subs. You were getting paid because you have views. But the way to get views, a lot of people would just buy ad time, because it wasn't about them viewing your whole video. It wasn't about the watch hours. It was about how many ads were played. So you could buy ad time to where it got kicked out in the algorithm, so more people saw it, and then you got paid.
That's so how you definitely this has just made it harder because ad time is just easy and people.
Yeah. So yeah, they had to put some regulation because they was like, all right, y'all, listen. Y'all put a little $10 out and then get $100 back. That's
honestly, like I don't understand a lot of companies. Like where how are y'all putting out and what's coming in, and it's really just a question mark because what is we
I don't
doing?
know what the paychecks look like now, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out one day.
That's a fact. And again, we do this weekly because this is, if you want to grow, you have to work on it weekly. And again, even if you're not posting something that week, there is still something you can actively be doing. Another suggestion that I would say, depending on what kind of content you have, and if this can fit into your content, which I think is a great suggestion as you are growing your community as well, is who doesn't love adding their 2 cents into something, right? So putting a poll on your YouTube, you can put a poll on YouTube. YouTube actually have like a post section. I know most of us don't even acknowledge it because it's very video based, but YouTube does have a actual post section. I post a couple things. No, girl, because I ran into it the other day, mine. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even realize all these people like post. And when did I even post this? So post. So if you want to, another idea to engagement is post a poll. So I did this the other day. So, and if you're here watching it, go back and look and vote. But I posted, hey, new content creators, what's most important to you? Because I really want to know. And it was, is it the subscribers? Is it the views? Is it the engagement? Is it the content itself? And I got to check it. But other people are doing polls. So I just thought it was cool. So, my husband, he does a Pokemon channel. So I'm like, babe, you know how many polls you can do on Pokemon alone that aren't boring? You could just quiz people for the simple sake of quizzing people. So another idea.
Yeah.
Again, try different stuff, y'all. Try different stuff. You might be shocked of what other simple thing you could add to your, routine. I don't know how you really want to say it. But what other tool you want to add to your routine?
In the short, he can do a short where he's saying that. And
that's what I told him too. I made a little video and then like ABC, and then people could vote. So same thing with you guys. If you want to do an actual post or a short, and depending on if you're a beauty girl, hey, best quick product to buy: mascara, a lippy, eyebrow, I don't know, sunscreen, I don't know, something. Yeah. But people love sharing their opinion. People love sharing their experience. They do. So that's what I'm always trying to do in my content consistently. And it doesn't work all the time, but I do when I get to a point of being like, she cute, we see her. Then because I want whatever I do, whether it's a live, whether it's a post, whether it's a YouTube video, I want engagement. I want the conversation. I want the jokes. Tell me your experience. Tell me your story. Tell me anything. So that's why I'm into a lot. So anyways, that was another suggestion. Again, because we're doing this with y'all, we're not big timers, we not better than nobody, we want to do this together so we can, and we all bring something different to the table, and we're learning. Again, Mo has so much experience. If I have a question and if she doesn't know it, that's okay, we'll figure it out somewhere else. But having a bigger community, growing together, it's going to naturally bring the support that you want, and then hopefully, new people come in and grow with us.
Right. Right, exactly. I'm getting content right now as we speak, because I'm letting people know that we are live on IG. You know what I'm saying? In my story, like because when you do stuff like this, or also here's a big thing, when you are making content, you need to let people know that you put it out there, right? If you want your channel to grow. And that means that when you created a video, you go on Canva and you make a thumbnail for that video. All you got to do is take the thumbnail from that video, take your link and go into your IG story and say vlog is up now or video is up now. Whatever it is that you have short is up now. Yeah. And put the link in there and let people know when because people are either nosy or interested and want to support you, or they nosy in faking like they're not interested and don't want to support you but just want to see, and that's fine. They can click the link. All of them, all the types of people can click the link and go to your page and see the video.
No, facts. Even doing the thumbnail, because like sometimes you can't like post the thumbnail and make it a short because it has to be in a sense a video. So sometimes when I want a picture to be a video without it being a post, what I'll do, because I use CapCut. I love CapCut. It's just easy, but they do like the auto. So it'll show you like some one photo templates. It has music, maybe a few graphics that happen in there, nothing too crazy. But I'll find a simple one so it could go, basically a photo could go into a video format, you know what I mean? And then I could post it on my short. And then again, the people see your short on YouTube, you do your thumbnail, like, oh snap, Mo just went to Disney. She said the vlog is up. Let me go now to her actual channel, click the vlog, watch the vlog. Mm-hmm. So again, like Mo said, you always drive somewhere. Every post, you could drive them somewhere else. So whether you're posting on IG, you could tell them to go to YouTube. Post it on TikTok, tell them to go to YouTube. Post it on YouTube and tell them to go to your channel to watch the full vlog. So just, it's hard to put yourself out there. I know it's very uncomfortable for me personally speaking, because nobody personal in my life ever really jumped out of their way to support anything that I was doing. So if they're already not liking non-content posts, I can't expect them to like content-related posts, right? Attentional content-related posts. So with that being said, y'all, just post. And if you don't like somebody on your social media, then block them, because you have that right to say that who has access to you and who doesn't. Because you shouldn't have to feel uncomfortable posting on your page that is your page because somebody's following you. So, and if you're also at the very beginning of your stage of content creating, then figure it out. If you don't want people watching your shit, then make a whole new page, and then because the thing, you're gonna regret starting all this on your regular page, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then you're gonna have to start a new page later, because you have these fears. So just post. Every time I post, I literally tell myself, this is for who cares, and then I move on with my day. That has helped me a lot, especially because naturally we're gonna be in our heads a lot of, why isn't it getting this, or why isn't it getting that, or why isn't it, doing as I expected? And especially when you're new, you're figuring out a lot of stuff, and that's okay.
Yeah, I think that you've definitely come across a fix for that when you do get into different circles and circles of people who are doing the same thing. I would say this is my second or third circle of people who are doing the same thing. And not that I left each circle, but like, I've met people in 3 different circles that I'm able to support, and I see their support on my social media stuff too. And they know what I'm doing and they understand it. And it's outside of anybody who is in my personal life for the most part, and that's fine. The and yeah, it's all about personality. If for people who don't really think twice about if people in your real life see it or not, go ahead and post it. If you feel like all of your personal stuff is there and you don't want new strangers to see it, you can make a new page. It however you see it, because sometimes you gotta be literal people, so you gotta give them every single way of however it is. It's okay for you to make that new page, make that new YouTube, archive all the old stuff and start, keep the page you have, because maybe you do have, a little 1K, a little 2K, 3K, and you don't want to start at zero. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. You could archive all the other personal stuff that you did have and start over. People love to see a fresh new. Now I'm talking about IG or even TikTok. They love to see a fresh new template. Okay, they know, they're like, oh, she posting this is looking cute now. Wait a minute.
Right.
So they love to see that clean, fresh start too. So you can archive the old stuff and start back up again. And plenty of people do that,
It's funny because, so me and my husband started content creating at the same time at the beginning of the year. I don't know why, the time was the time, you know what I mean? Whatever reason, it was the time to start it. And it's funny because we're on the opposite end of the spectrum. Now, I am very much starting, my channel, because like Mo said, like you could just start another channel, but be mindful of when you want to start that, because that does play a key part. So there's me who has no niche. I'm just me doing a whole bunch of shit that I enjoy doing, and I inviting you to do it with me, however that looks, right? And so I'm all over the place because, again, it's what I love to do. So I at least try to tell y'all travel, health, and hobbies, because it's going to be somewhere within that realm, because that's what I'm always doing. Now, I understand that I'm growing at a different capacity because the system is like, what the hell is she doing and where did we put her? Because she's like doing this one day, the algorithm's all over the place. But then you got my husband who started a channel, fresh content, and it's all about Pokemon. Also, be mindful what world you're in makes a difference. Pokemon world, engagement, comedy, liking, loving, lit. Complaining, lit. Because there's a lot to complain about in the Pokemon world. You know what I mean?
Oh, brother.
So, with that being said, we're on the opposite end. Because me, I don't have a niche, but I do. If I do get big enough, I know I want to expand my channels into very specific channels. I love horror. I would love a horror channel. I'm a gamer. I would love a gamer channel. I'm a skincare, wealth, wellness, spa. I can have a spa channel. Again, I'm all over the place, but I want to build my community first. And then, because it's okay, we know Yella enough, we like her enough, we want to follow her over here. Yes. And then I could gain more followers because it's specific, whether it is the horror, gaming, whatever. Yeah. Now, my husband's on the opposite end because Pokemon, he's doing great. Again, everything there. Pokemon world, moi, chef's kiss. And that's amazing for him because as he grows, now when he wants to make another channel and get personal, because he knows so much stuff, he's multi-talented, he's smart, he's versatile. He knows sports and he knows he just knows a lot of stuff. It's going to be easy for him to make that channel because he got a community from there. You know what I mean? So I think it is important to think about that in the future when you're starting, especially if we are all new here. What route do you want to go? Because if you want to start a new channel, definitely start it now, so you're not wasting time on an old channel, because it's not that easy just to start a new channel and be like, okay, we have 500 subs. All right, all 500 of y'all go over here and sub again. Like, it's just, you're probably maybe blessed to get 100, if that. Maybe even 50, if that. You know what I mean?
And yes, you can connect your YouTube channel to where it shows in your about or wherever in your community that you have multiple YouTube channels. But again, just because this YouTube channel worked for me doesn't mean that, okay, so Yella says she likes like horror, right? And now the next page she makes is horror. I might not follow because I'm scared. I don't watch scary movies. Okay.
Right.
So just because you make the channel and it's there and it's visual, I might have to skip the horror one. Now I'm gonna see the travel. I'm gonna see the hobbies. I'm gonna be, at the health and the horror. I'm gonna send it to somebody who like horror stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you might have less people on different things. So don't think just because you made it visible that people are gonna click in and see it for sure. So if there's something that you really want to hone in on, I would say, like you, like I said, either archive the old videos because you know those 3,000 people who you already following, maybe only 500 of them will drop off. And that sounds like a big number, but when you have 2,500 people left, that's still good because you're going to get back 700 new people who like this stuff that you started, you know, focusing on. Or like Yella said, make a separate page where you just have to have an understanding that on that page where you had 3K followers, I'm just making that number, you're letting them know, hey friends, I'm here, I'm still doing the things here, but also I love this and I know it's not quite like what we do here. I want to invite y'all to come hang out with me over there too. And whoever really enjoys this kind of stuff, I'll be happy to see you over there. And maybe 200 people will come over there at first, and it'll be good. That's a good start.
You know? Why I brought that up, because the thing is, you want to enjoy what you're doing, and as a bystander, as a consumer of the internet, I just have seen many times where people, they start off with good intentions, it goes left a little bit because we want to, you know, get the numbers up a little bit faster, quicker. We want certain things looking a certain way. And then it kind of just goes off guard of what they really wanted. And then now there's these expectations because you got it at a certain, you know, it's like the old saying, you know, be careful what you ask for because you might get it exactly how you wanted it and didn't realize like, oh, this is not what I wanted at all.
Right.
And again, part of me wanted to start content is, hey, I'm already doing this. This is stuff that I love. And if I could, and I'm also working on I've actively been working on myself these past 2 years on every level, mentally, connecting with God, physically, everything, losing 120 pounds. So I want to just share with other people to just be the best version of myself and, you know, feel the best. So whatever that means to them. So I'm just showing you what that means to me.
Right.
So it's just, again, what kind of content do you want to do? And how do you want to do it? I know I'm coming full blown in on camera. Some people may not be comfortable with that. Do you know how much some of these faceless YouTube channels make?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to make one my damn self in the meantime, okay? What is easy that I could do that is not my face, that is easy content, you know? So with that being said, when you're doing content, because it is stressful, especially if you're enjoying it, but if you start to not to enjoy it, it's definitely not going to feel like it's worth it. So when you're doing stuff that you enjoy, do it. And sometimes you may have to wait to do that and get like money off of that like later on. Yeah. Again, I know I'm doing a lot right now. I would love for my content to pay for these damn Legos, but right now I'm not in that space. But one day I would love for it to pay for the Legos and the Pokemon and my garden and the luxury brands that I want and the skincare brands that I want. So I'm in a lot of different worlds, you know, but I still want to make content that I enjoy. So yes, I'm going to post a Lego video still. Yes, I'm going to post a garden video still.
Yeah.
If only 50 people want to like it, cool. That's all right. At least those 50 people wanted to watch that. So again, just keep that in mind. Where do you want to be? What makes you feel comfortable? Because if you're also not comfortable, you're not going to be consistent. So my point is if you do something you enjoy and it's comfortable, you know, you're going to win. It just might be a little bit longer. So don't worry too much about the numbers, because I know in the beginning, you know, we're here for numbers. Don't get me wrong. Everybody sub to each other. And if you can, sub in the comments. Put what do you do? Share what do you do for content, and let's connect in the comments each week, even after the videos are done, if you can't make it to the live, because again, this is for live people as well as for you guys to watch later.
Yeah, I think that also, like yesterday I made I recorded a almost faceless piece of content for the first time. Usually I don't do any faceless content because I just be feeling like, what kind of apparatus I'm gonna need to hold up, and it was a lot of work. And you know what it felt like? It felt like, you know, when you were a little kid and you were not even I was just saying, when you putting together the Legos, right? And you're like, wait a minute, I know I have to keep this in this category because if not, this is not gonna come out right. It felt like I was putting together, I was building something because I had the camera like this almost, and then the light. I was fighting for my life just to. I put up a makeshift, surface and background, and I had my little teacup and everything, and I said, I don't know how these UGC people do it, but they're the bomb because this is hard. So don't even think that you're gonna do faceless and it's not gonna be a challenge. But at least you don't have to worry about if your hair is done or if your makeup's if you care about that stuff, or you don't have to uber judge yourself on how you on your looks and stuff. So, because listen, honey, you're gonna look the way you look, and as critical as you may be, you're gonna continue to stay as beautiful as you are. So if you don't want to be criticizing yourself, and you know that's what you might have to deal with for yourself, I understand. We all have those things, because believe me, we all have those days and those times. Do the UGC stuff. The UGC stuff is faceless content, basically, where you're just taking a video of the thing and you're showing the name of it and all of those things, and you're talking about it. You're doing a voiceover and you're just letting people know about it. But know that no matter what, it's going to be a challenge, but it's a good challenge. It's something that gets your brain moving the way that we used to need our brain moving when we was a child. It gets us thinking, solving problems, and you'll get better and better at making videos. So, and more people will watch it. People really are liking faceless content.
No, it's a big deal. I think, and again, as we're starting out as all new content creators, we're doing what we feel we know is best at first. But if you just allow yourself to fail and then be okay failing, and then also know that, again, I just tell myself I'm trial and error. This is a trial and error state. So once I said that, it's trial and error. Hey, that didn't work out right now. If I want to do it later, I could try again. Because it's just, I think joining, I didn't even realize like 5 months ago how much, where this could go, and it really could go a lot of different places, y'all. And this is why we want to create this community, because we also want people from different communities. Our girl Cabana, love her down. She knows all about the brands. I wouldn't even think Brandon would be a part of this. And a lot of the brands that I got connected with was because of Cabana. I got my other girl, Nina. She got the affordable luxury brands and private sellers. You think I want to pay thousands of dollars for something? No, but I connect with her because she does all the hard work that I'm not going to do myself, because I know me. And then now I can connect with people a lot faster. So we want different people in here from different backgrounds that know different things, because you may want to do something later. I would love to do, there's a couple things on my list that I would love to do later, but I know it's not an option till later. But I do want to be around people that know about that stuff, because it just makes it funner. It makes it easier. And we connect with stuff like, oh my God, girl, guess what brand deal I got this time? Guess what I got over here? Do you know about this? And a trustworthy person. So that's what we want to build here. So again, if you're doing something different, I love that. I don't want to be a girl that's only surrounded around a Lego girl, only surrounded around Lego girlies, or a skin curl girly, only surrounded around skin curl girlies. I want to be around everybody, because it's just beautiful what we all could bring to the table. You don't know who knows who knows what. So don't limit yourself. And I think, because I say that because I think a lot of people, when they want their followers to be in alignment with their content, and that just may not be the realistic. This follower may not ever use that mascara, and they probably never go and buy it, but they message you because it's you. That may be the case,
they
right?
like your knock jokes. They like little funny jokes when you put on the mascara, because girl, they like that stuff, or they like that you can talk about your day and tell and be and be open about the things that you struggle with, or the things that made your day good, because sometimes people complain more than they proclaim a good thing. So they just like everything, and it could be all about the mascara, but they like you. Because we used to talking about the haters, but there are people out there who see you and they're like, I like that girl. I like that guy. Just see you being you.
That was perfect. And because that popped up a couple times, and that's been helping me lately too. And not like it's anybody specific, but just naturally you feel that way. I think you just put anything out there, whether even if it's not online. You may have, I graduated alone. It's like you just invite something and it's like nobody shows up, so you just want somebody to show up for you. And so that's perfect alignment with, and as we're also coming to the end almost, we're focus on the people showing up for you and not the people that aren't, and be mindful of that too, because you don't want to put ill intentions. There's a reason why this is not happening right now. And I know that's hard to hear sometimes and hard to understand, because I still be like, well, I know there's a reason, but you know what? I'm nosy and I want to know why. And God said, don't worry about it. You just got to just focus on what you can, focus on what you need to focus on. But yes, focus on the people showing up for you, because sometimes it's very much 2025 is so aesthetic focus that we lose sight on real blessings, real opportunities, real engagement, because this person, this thing doesn't fit into what we think we're trying to build, and we miss out on a good thing. So again, if you're different, I don't give a damn if you cut down trees in the wood. You come follow us and you come talk to us, and because I really want different people. You don't, again, the amount of connections, because again, I know I'm not going to do it. So I want different people around me, because I'm not going to do the I'm not going to do the hard work. I want, you specialize in that. That's why I come to you to ask you the question. You know what I mean?
Listen, there's a space and place for all of us. So I'm gonna watch you cut the trees down. I'm gonna watch you clean the carpet. I'm gonna watch you mow the lawn. I'm gonna watch you do that, because I have ADHD, and sometimes my brain needs to just watch stuff like that.
Yeah,
watch you color.
I just feel like I'm weird. Like I just love people that just love what they. When somebody just love what they do, and they know what they doing. Like it could be butchering meat. It could be cutting down trees. It can be painting cars. I just like, yeah, they're really good at that shit, and I really be hyping them up. And that's
like this.
That's how we are. We want that community around us. So please, if you're watching this now, if you're watching it later, comment. We are going to be here every week, every other week, between channels, until me and Mo feel like we want to pay for StreamYard to be both.
Right.
We will be on Mo's. But before we leave, Mo, anything else for this week? And then I know moving forward, I need to finish it. It's been rough, y'all. It's been rough. Just trying to get the house together. But we're going to start incorporating also in our conversation, because part of social media growth is personal development growth. And, whether you think you're a great person or not, there's always something we could work on. And even if you are the baddest thing, you may be able just to smooth out an edge somewhere, So we start incorporating the conversation after reading the 4 agreements. You do not have to read it with us. If you want to, you can. But we just wanted to add some actual, like, this is serious, y'all. Like, we are looking at this like we are really going to succeed. We are really going to be long-term success. We're going to have an adult community. We are going to grow, and we want y'all to be a part of that while we are also growing with y'all. We are not that far ahead of y'all. If y'all are ahead of us, come join us. Shit, tell us something, damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, come to
But for real, like, join us. We want to have conversations. We want to grow with each other, to the point when, if you are a type of person like Mo that are doing events in the future, we are going to fly out to come see you, because we have grown with each other. We have seen each other from this level to this level. So again, if you're watching this now or later, please join us. I don't care what you do. I don't. I will support anything as long as you're happy and it's positive and nobody's getting hurt. I will support anything. Okay, it don't take a lot to support. Okay,
even if it's monsters, I'll still subscribe. I'm gonna be a little scared to watch it, but I'll still subscribe even if it's monsters, as long as you love it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate just those who came by. And again, we do this with the expectations of it being recorded. So whether y'all can make the live or not, stop by and watch. If y'all have any questions, again, I want to make it a regular thing for us where people just drop in their usernames and what y'all do, so we can follow if you're watching this later on. And then also, if you guys want to know about anything or hear a certain discussion or topic during the discussion, write that in the comments too. So our next time we can know what do you guys want to learn about. Share.
Yeah, and as this moves forward, I definitely want you guys to follow us, not only here on YouTube, but on Instagram, TikTok,
Yeah, we support everywhere. Well,
all of the
definitely Instagram
places.
and TikTok. I try to do fan base, but
I haven't.
I don't have time. I really don't have time.
But yeah, Instagram, TikTok are the two biggest things outside of YouTube that I think we both work on. And you can get more information about us there. And on there, my names are all the same on all of the sites. Soon we'll be able to do question and answers. The more of us that are here, I can post up a format, a question in my stories, and you guys, or post up a request in my stories, and you guys ask all the questions you can. Yella can do that, whatever it is. So as we grow, we want to make sure we stay in contact with each other everywhere. You follow us there, we follow you there. We will find each other there. Let us know where you came from, how you found us, all of those things. We will support each other. Though this is a YouTube grow room, the way that we grow is to be connected in all the places. So that's what I have to say. Follow us on every place that you see our name, because it's us. We did.
And then we should have a Discord soon. I think we're waiting for this just to grow a little bit more, but eventually we will have Discord within the next couple months, because we want to have a space where y'all could share y'all YouTube videos, whether it's a short form or a long form. We could connect with people, me and Mo, or whoever else wants to contribute. We can maybe, share how-to videos, maybe settings, ideas and tips and tricks and stuff like that. So again, it's really like on a big level. This is very much literally an egg, like in an incubator, like waiting to hatch into greatness. So welcome in now. If you want to join later, that's okay too. We still gonna be here. Again, so I don't know. I just thank you for being here with us today, and of course, always for you, Mo. Mo's schedule be crazy.
Yeah, pray for me, because I'm about to be on a 6 or 6.5 day schedule. I have internships that starting. I am job searching. I am in school full time, and I am 40 plus years old. I'm tired. Okay.
You're doing amazing and you look great. No, but friend, you are doing amazing. And that's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, life is life. This past month for the both of us has looked very much different than our regular month.
Yeah.
And you can still post your content and move forward, and still succeed. Every week's not going to be a good week. I promise you it's not. I haven't been, I usually do health and wellness Thursdays. That haven't been done in 3 weeks. We were also gone like a weird time, and when we went on vacation. So it's okay if things need to be on pause for a second. It's okay if you need to take a break. It's okay if you were supposed to do something weekly and it's been 4 weeks since you ain't did it. Now we on week 8. We ain't worrying about week 6, 7, and 5. You know what I mean? So just again, it's never too late. We got you. If you got any questions, please comment again what you do below. We want to follow you. We want to support you. Let's grow together. Let's get this money. And I'm just so excited to see who else joins us and your progress. So until next time.
Absolutely. Lady
Bye, guys.